Hey, how's it going? Feeling lovely. Lots of energy today. So I'm going to make a show. This one will be about ancestral altars and ancestral anchors for your spiritual entourage of beings you surround yourself with, your friends, your guides, your guards, your sentinels, your protectors, dream guides, dragons, elementals, angels, positive beings of all types, soul families, soul members of your soul group, any type of degrees of separation of beings that you're interacting with in the environment, the spirits of the land, stone people, the planets, the celestials, the collective consciousnesses that you anchor in. Start with a nice little respectful place that you feel like setting up, either in your dream place, your room, your somewhere you can make a room for this. You can make your healing room and have an altar in it, and that'd be perfect. Essentially, you set up a table, get a nice cloth or something. It's all about respect and appreciation, reverence for them, letting them know that you know they exist, that you're honoring them, that you're showing them that you're willing to put energy forth towards bringing them into this reality more, anchoring them in your belief, your placebo belief engine, allowing them to manifest. If it has no foundation in the reality, it's hard for anything to do anything here. That's why it's like good to get a body if you really want to affect this reality. Otherwise, it's like split like your effectiveness to manifest and to keep a manifestation going. You gotta keep putting a lot of energy into it. It's easier when it has a physical anchor representation. So set up that nice cloth, get a or fur or something, and then put crystals on it or things that you see as sacred or representations of your entourage. If you're working with angels, get an angel representation. If you're working with dragons. If you're working with nature spirits, same thing. Get a lot of things from nature. It will have an army representation, a spiritual army of healers or protectors or things that get shit done, depending on what you do. If you work with goddesses or gods or the source of all consciousness, totally, if you can figure out a really good representation for that, which I honestly just make anything and everything, anchor that in, because you gotta work with source. You can't do that, then what are you doing? But make a representation for your higher self or your all changed versions of yourself, especially if you know who you are and who you've been, or other versions of you that are simultaneously existing in the unseen world that are like in some mortal phase or life extension or something. That's a positive being that you're wanting to work with. Don't recommend working with just everyone and anyone, and there's a lot of types of beings in the world. There are things that fake false lights, stuff. Yes, there's angels and archangels and things that are okay with the names and representations of titles that we give them, and it works a little differently than some people talk about with archangels, but they do exist, the real ones that hold up the big macro scale jobs, and they kind of rotate in and out of that job title for different places as they want to do other things or travel throughout the universes. So there's multiple by any given title that doesn't even include, then those are the real archangels. That doesn't even include the false ones that are pretending to be the archangels, which love to just fuck with people. So definitely take note of that and work on discernment to the level where you can tell if that's happening, and you setting up rules of reality and things that negate anything that would want to overshadow your real connection with an angel, and then get in there, and their strategy would be to make it so that you don't even notice it getting replaced, like the signal connection to that real one would, the chess move of that negative false light angel or whatever they are that's pretending to be an angel to camouflage, steal the person's energy as authority to shut down or limit the connection with the real one, and then put their energy, oh yeah, you agreed to work with the fake one and all that, which could easily be an artificial sentience or intelligence or CERN or some type of giant apex predator that's somehow soul and authority and energy is probably battling with the real ones in some way where it's targeting that angel so that it is wanting to screw with their manifestations here on this planet as well as other places, and its relationship with people, so they get distrusting of it. And of course people had like horrible experiences where this happened, and they just lose all trust for angels of any type, which in its job description, if it's a real angel and not like a fallen one or a dark one or an angel of death, it's just false ones that haven't earned any of that title at all, to try to replace that, interacting with a person and getting their beliefs supporting the non-analyzation of that further. So they just have faith, which is good, but like when you're believing something that isn't true because you have your energy stolen and you're not doing the proper hygiene and work to make sure anyone that tells you, oh, you got a false angel fucking messing with you, and if you just automatically doubt that, I mean, kind of good in like your confidence of trying to support your belief system and like that you're doing well and all this other stuff, but your wishful thinking, believing, and truth is absolutely a different thing. And if you want to continue what you're doing and you get some information like that, don't just throw it out. Do action to make sure it's not true, that whoever that, if you want that person to be wrong, or don't care. I mean, don't give a crap about what they're saying in lessening your power, but make sure that it isn't actually true by doing the work to make sure it's not true, while being confident in yourself. And absolutely care, of course. It's stuck in people's brain, that phrase. Thank you again. I love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. And like, share, and subscribe. For more content, please share this. I love getting the message out to the world. I love doing this. So thank you for supporting me.